Let me have your attention for a minute. This is something for the ladies. I'm chilling with the queens of the Stone Age.
Hello, welcome to Queens of the Stoned Age, the show where queens get together and smoke weed and talk about stuff. My name is Mira Gonzalez. I am your editor and host here at Mary Jane, which is a cannabis-focused media company owned by Snoop Dogg, our lovely founder. Shout out to the Green Angels for providing us with this lovely weed that we're going to be smoking today. They are an all-female weed delivery service in Los Angeles. You can check them out and order weed from them at greenangels.buzz. That's greenangels.buzz. I am here today with the lovely Scheana Shay from Vanderpump Rules. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Good.
I love all this. This one's called Mimosa.
Yeah, it's a very nice one. You want to smoke that one today? I have like a little...
I'm down for any and all of it.
We'll smoke all of it.
Yeah.
So we were just talking before we started recording. You have a single out today.
Yes.
That's so exciting.
Yeah, Better Without You. It just hit iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, all of that today.
Exciting.
So yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah.
It's kind of like my version of Thank You Next.
Okay,
I
right.
wrote it before that came out.
Yes.
Yeah. And then she comes out with that and I was like, of course. I wrote this one first.
Yeah, Ariana always does it, doesn't she?
Yes.
So it's about your exes. Is it a love song? Is it a hate song? Is it
no,
a little bit of both?
An FU song.
Yeah, I like that. That's good. Empowering, right?
Yeah, it's
nice.
called Better Without You.
Nice. And is this your first album, your second album?
So I've only put out a few singles before.
Okay.
So this will be the first single off my first ever EP, which will be out later in the spring.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we have 3 songs completed. We're still doing 2 more. So I'm going to just release this one for now and then maybe another one in April. And then the full EP will be out in May.
Amazing. So you didn't start as a musician, right? You started doing reality TV, more or less, right?
Started out acting and hosting and then got on Vanderpump Rules. And then I still do acting and hosting. I have my own show at PodcastOne.
Oh.
I just headlined a show last year in Las Vegas.
Nice.
So that was fun. But now doing the reality thing. And singing's just more of like a fun hobby. I am not taking it seriously
it's not your
as
main
a career.
Thing.
No, I'm not that good at it. It's just fun.
Right. Got it. Well, here at Mary Jane, obviously we are very we know about weed. We don't know a ton about reality TV though.
Yeah.
So I am curious about, just the behind the scenes of reality TV. What's it like? What is the how is it compared to other acting gigs that you've had that are not reality TV acting gigs?
Well, ours isn't scripted as much as I would love to say.
That'd be easier.
No, that was a script. I didn't really do that. No, anything we do, we have to take accountability for because it is us.
Right.
So that's the biggest difference.
So it's all you.
Yeah, you just show up. I mean, you have your call time.
Right.
They have to clear the place that you're filming at. They have to light it.
So they clear the
mic'd.
restaurant. Like if people go to SIR, they're not just gonna see you there filming the show, right?
No.
Okay.
In the summer, we're there a few days a week, so there's more likely of a chance. But it just depends on the day. But it's like when you show up, I mean, you get mic'd. It is a production. We are making a television show.
Right, naturally.
But there's no script. It's kind of just
what's happening that night. Wow, crazy. So everything that happens on the show is just natural. That's just coming out, happening.
Yeah.
Crazy. So I mean, I have to be honest. I have not had a huge history with watching reality TV. I mean, I love TV in general, of course, but I just literally a few weeks ago started watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians for the first time.
My guilty pleasure.
Oh, it's same now. I'm already on season 8. I cannot stop watching it, and I am fully obsessed.
Yeah,
it is so incredible, and I just can't help but be so, I don't know, just curious about what it, is it scripted? Is it not? They're very secretive about that, so it's interesting that you're just no, it's not scripted.
Their show is my absolute favorite of all reality TV. I don't watch a lot of reality TV because being on it, you look at it a lot differently.
Right, I'll bet.
However, their show has completely broken the fourth wall. They talk about the show on the show, which I find fascinating.
It's fascinating.
Because that is their lives. They are famous reality stars.
Right.
And our lives we're broke servers. And you can't talk about tabloids or, things that
So is that
happen.
a specific thing? You're not supposed to talk about people recognizing you on the street or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, they didn't even cover my show in Vegas. I've talked about it a million times and you never hear it once this entire season.
Wow, crazy.
Even my podcast, it's nope, I'm just a server. And I'm there's so much more to me than that.
Right, and the Kardashians is kind of the opposite, right? Where they're constantly plugging everything and constantly talking about their personal lives. That's so interesting.
Yeah, so that is the goal. Hopefully our show can kind of, get with the times a little more and realize that it's like we all have, I mean, almost every cast member has over 1 million followers.
Right.
Servers in LA don't just have 1 million followers. So it's like.
Right, not any waiter is
like
just,
eventually the show's going to need to evolve to where our real lives are, or it has to end.
Right. Because otherwise it's not going to make any sense,
I mean,
right? And I guess like in the beginning of the Kardashians, it was kind of like that too, right?
And like Jack's one of the main guys on our show. He's going to be 40 this year.
Wow.
And he's still bartending.
We'll bleep that out. No.
Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, being 40 and still bartending in pretty much any other scenario is like not ideal.
Yeah.
Right? That's like, so you guys are not actual servers. You're not actual bartenders. How did you get involved with Vanderpump?
Well, no, we all did really work at the restaurant.
Right,
yes.
okay.
Now,
so not anymore, but you once were.
Not much anymore. It's kind of
when you're filming.
Impossible because when we're there, it's like everyone just wants to take photos with us, ask us questions about our personal lives.
How are you going to serve food?
It's impossible. Like literally the other night, we were actually filming a scene. And as I'm leaving, there was one table that I said I would say hi to. And I'm not even exaggerating, 25 people lined up as if I was a Disney princess to take a photo with me. And I'm like,
oh my God,
walking out of my bags in my hand. And I was like, wow. Like I just got overwhelmed for a second, but I'm like, I embrace it. I love it. Like I know if I go to SIR, I'm probably going to be interrupted when I'm eating dinner.
Right.
I get that.
But you don't mind it. You're like, you're down with it.
My new thing now though is if I am eating, if there's food in front of me, I'll take a picture with you as soon as I'm done.
Right. Just let me finish my food.
That's the only thing. I'm like, I will never say no to anyone. And then I get shit
like,
for that.
I'm hungry. Like,
People,
what the fuck?
Yeah. And they're like, well, you shouldn't go there if you don't want to be interrupted. I'm like, I'm still eating dinner. Like there's literally only 15 minutes out of this whole time I'm there that I'm eating my food.
Right. And I think like, you know, there's like different ways that a lot of people like deal with celebrity, you know, and it seems like you are embracing, you're like, yes, please, like, you know, say hi to me, I'll take pictures with you, like all of that. You're just
all
asking
about
for
it.
just want to eat my food, right?
Yeah.
It seems like simple. So do you go to SIR just to eat on your own, like relatively often?
I do. It's actually one of my favorite restaurants in LA.
So if I go there, what should I order?
Ooh, okay. Do you like goat cheese?
Yes, of course.
So the fried goat cheese balls, they are amazing.
Yeah.
The chicken dumplings are also really good. Those are my two favorite
Okay,
apps.
good.
And then entrees, like the pastas are good. The filet mignon, the salmon, the lemon chicken. Like there's so many.
I hope my producers are writing
good
this down
things.
because I'm not going to remember and
Literally,
I need to.
like there's so many good things on the menu that you could eat there multiple times a week and have a completely different
Wow. And so do you eat there multiple times a week?
Especially when we're filming.
Yeah.
But now I'm down to like once a week at SIR, once a week at Tom Tom.
Okay.
Tonight I'm doing both. I'm actually performing my new single on the bar at SIR tonight.
Exciting.
Yeah, but I'm like, I can't do dinner and then hosting a whole night there. So we're doing dinner at Tom Tom and then we'll be at SIR.
Right. Got it. Now, which one do you think you spend more time at, like on average?
Tom Tom recently because it's the new one.
Right.
And I have like friends who work there and it's just like, it's a fun
friends
new
who work
spot.
there who are not on Vanderpump?
Maybe next season.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out. Very
Definitely.
exciting. Wow.
Yeah, but the food's also new there too. That it's like I'll crave like the crunchy chicken wrap. It's literally like a
Different
Taco
menu.
Bell Crunch Wrap Supreme, but like a gourmet version of it. It's
I'm like
so
drooling.
good.
Oh my God. Taco Bell is something that I also just recently discovered. It's like all thanks to Anthony who's backstage. Like, and he's like, you have to watch the Kardashians and you have to eat Taco Bell. And I was like, no. And then I was like, okay. And now they're my two favorite things in the whole world.
Taco Bell's the best.
It's
when
the best.
I lived in Vegas, they had Taco Bell Cantina.
Oh my God.
Like
is that the fancy
people,
one?
yeah, it's 2 stories. People literally will get married there. They have a DJ.
Wow.
They have like every alcohol, like frozen slushy type of drink, beer, like.
Wow, that is fucked up. So speaking of Taco Bell, this is obviously a cannabis show, and I'm interested in what is your history with cannabis? Do you, and obviously you smoke weed now.
Yes, I
do. have you smoked for a while? What is your relationship with cannabis like?
Probably for the last like 7 years on a regular basis. I recently had to give weed up for 50 days. And that was the longest. I froze my eggs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And that's like a big thing with fertility. You
can't smoke weed.
So
what was
I
that
go
like?
from smoking every day for the last 7 years.
Right.
So like, they're like, no, this ends today. And I was like, you mean like tomorrow? They're like, today. And I was like,
so you went cold turkey.
Cold turkey.
And how was that terrible?
I was fine.
You were fine.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, at least I'm not dependent on it.
Right.
I'm
I mean,
not
I guess
having withdrawals.
Right.
I was a little irritable the first couple of days because it was also around the holidays. So I'm at
that'll do it,
Christmas parties. I can't drink. I can't get high.
No.
I'm just looking at all of my friends be idiots, and I'm the sober driver. So
it's essentially like being pregnant,
yes,
right?
That's what I felt like. How to treat my body as if I was pregnant.
Wow. And so how was that experience? Were you just were you freezing them just for yourself, just in like
yeah,
in case?
I'm single. I'm divorced. I'm almost 34. It was recommended that if I do ever want to have kids one day, it's something I should do. So I did, and it was a great experience. It was really easy, like painless. Like the needles, none of that bothered me. So I've heard horror stories, but for me, it was totally chill.
It was totally okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I had to stop smoking for 50 days.
Wow, and was that would you say the hardest part?
Probably, because I'm not a big drinker, so like I could give up alcohol no problem, but I was like, but I have like anxiety, and like when I go out or when I get on a plane or this, and it was just like, but I realized I can do it, and as much as I started smoking it for my anxiety, I think now it's more mental because I didn't have it and my anxiety was still fine.
Right. Did you have any other methods for like dealing with your anxiety when you weren't able to smoke weed?
I was allowed to take Xanax if I needed it.
Right.
And
like
I daily, I take Wellbutrin, so that already like on that. regulates it. But like at night when I go out like in a crowd or something like that, that's when I would always just want to be high, because I'm like, whatever.
Right.
It's fine.
Now, do they let you smoke weed or talk about weed on the show?
I actually filmed at a dispensary this past season.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know if you're... Wait, I think it hasn't aired yet.
It hasn't aired yet.
No,
very
because
exciting.
it's right before we take a trip to Mexico.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we filmed it at a dispensary.
What'd you guys do
for
there?
legal reasons, they're like they can't show, I think, unless like you have a medical card. Like even though it is recreational now,
right.
So only those of us who have our cards are able to film about it.
Okay, right.
But it was just picking up stuff to illegally take to Mexico for our trip.
So it's totally fine for you to say we're illegally taking weed to Mexico as long as you have a medical card.
Yeah, they're just like, we're not responsible for you.
You're an adult. Do whatever you want. Wow, amazing. And so were you guys just picking up like flower edibles?
Yeah, we got a lot of different edibles for like the airplane. They have these like espresso beans that all of us really like.
The chocolate covered ones,
yeah.
right? Yeah. Nice. Are you allowed to say what dispensary it was?
It was on...
In Los Angeles?
Yeah, it was on Ventura.
Not super familiar with the Valley. I'm a
it was
West
in
Side girl.
Sherman Oaks. If I heard it, I would know it.
Okay.
I feel like I've been to a place called Higher Path, but I think that might be on the
That
west
is a
side.
place, yeah. We've worked with Higher Path before.
Yeah.
Do you live on the west side currently?
Yeah, I'm in Marina.
Oh, I used to live in the Marina.
Yeah, I love it.
It's nice, right? Yeah. So
peaceful. It's like close enough, but it's far enough. And I fly almost every week, so being by the airport, it's like
so nice,
amazing.
right? But it was a bit of a drama you moving there, huh?
Oh my
Where people
God.
they're like, I don't want to take the 405.
They made such a big deal over it. I'm like, you guys, they do this drive 5 days a week.
Yeah.
Literally, like if you leave at the right time, 24 minutes.
Yeah, I'm from the west side. I grew up in Venice Beach, and when I moved, now I live like closer to like mid-city. And when I moved, my mom was basically like, oh, okay, so like this is a funeral and you're dying. I'm never going to see you again. Yeah. Like it was like I'm moving to China.
Yeah,
like,
I did the opposite, mid-city to Marina.
Right, and so and have you found that drive is really terrible? Like, are you...
I'm fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's not that bad,
you
right?
know, you throw on a podcast, listen to some good music.
Exactly.
Get a little high, sit in traffic, and not let it bother you.
It's all about podcasts. You just turned on Queens of the Stone Age, and you just listen and watch.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing. And so I was doing a little bit of research on you before we started, and I was reading a story that I personally found hilarious, that your neighbor like threatened to sue you for smoking weed or something.
Oh my God. And
what
it's
is that
funny
about?
because that actually, it wasn't even coming from my apartment, but I do smoke weed.
So you weren't
it's
even the
known.
one smoking
I
weed?
wasn't even the one. No, there were these guys who like Airbnb'd or whatever for like a 2-month period.
Right.
And I mean, it was like you walked into the building and they're 2 hallways down and you could smell it. Like it was like walking into here.
Right.
I didn't mind it.
Right.
But clearly they were complaining.
Right.
And they knew that like I had smoked there before, so they just like linked me to that.
Wow.
These people move out. They were just there for like a couple months in the summer.
Right.
And all of these articles like come out because it's like public record once you get sued.
Right.
But because of that, Shelby Chong had reached out.
Oh, that's Tommy Chong's wife, right? We love her.
And so, and then it was like I got to go to one of his shows, and it was
amazing.
like from this story and them suing me, which got completely dropped.
Wow, they just dropped it entirely.
Yeah, and then they moved out or were evicted. I don't know.
Wow, crazy. You know, as a weed smoker myself, you know, I hear there's like a lot of just misconceptions about stoners in general.
Yeah.
Like I get a lot of like, oh, they're tired, they're lazy, like what have you.
I'm more active.
Same.
I work out better when I'm high. My trainer like knows that.
Yeah, it's helpful. It's like I find it kind of just like, you know, gets rid of the clutter, helps you like focus on things specifically.
Yeah, and I really just, I mean, I already am a person who like gives no fucks, but I really
do you find
fucks.
that there's a lot of misconceptions about you that you're constantly like having to fight, like as, you know, as a person who smokes weed, as a woman and things like that.
Yeah, I think you only get to see a small edited version of me on the show, and it's frustrating because there's so many better things that are the reasons why I have such a large friend group and why people love me that no one ever gets to see. So it's frustrating, but I'm just like, you know what, this is my job. I'm here to make an entertaining show, and if me being single, making out with guys who used to be on The Bachelorette is funny, then I'll just be the punching bag.
That's a good attitude to have, right? That's definitely a positive attitude because in the end it is, you know, it's a TV show, right?
Exactly.
Even if it's unscripted, and it's edited, and, you know.
Anyone who takes it so seriously, like, needs to smoke more weed.
Yeah. That would be your advice to people who misconstrue you. Just smoke more weed. I'm with it.
I literally give that advice out all the time. They're like, how do you deal with these crazy bitches on your show? I'm like, I just smoke weed.
Get stoned. Yeah,
that's
exactly.
my answer to everything.
Same, 100%. There's a lot of crazy people that everyone has to deal with. Maybe you more than most, but, you know, you definitely, like, weed helps you just, like, chill out, calm down.
Yeah, and I get like out of my girl brain because every woman, no matter what she says, even the cool chicks, have a girl brain. It's like a thing we're all born with.
Some men have it too.
Yes. Oh, trust me, I know. I've been single about a year and a half now. I know.
Yeah.
But whenever I smoke, I'm in my rational brain and completely out of my girl brain.
Yeah.
So I'm just like,
it's helpful.
You're being crazy.
Right.
Like, you know, he's not doing this. Or she, like.
Yeah, like just calm down. Like it's not that big of a deal. Wow, so you've been single for a year and a half. Is that? Are you enjoying it? Or are you like, hell yeah? Like,
I'm still enjoying it. Freezing my eggs is even just like, that was like one thing where I'm like, I don't even have to worry
about
rid of
that anxiety.
Yeah, like so many women at my age, it's like, I need to find a husband, I need to settle down. And I'm like, been there, done that.
Yeah, my eggs are over here, I'm chill. Yeah.
And even if I'm 40 or too old to carry my own, like I could get a gestational surrogate because it's my eggs. So
right.
I'm even going to do it again this summer just to get more because it was so easy for me. And I'm like, I don't know when or if I'll ever be ready to have kids.
So you might freeze more eggs even.
Yeah.
Right. So is the process, I'm not super familiar with it. Is the process like you go and you have one egg frozen? Do you have several?
It just depends. So we got a dozen eggs.
Okay.
But there were only 9 mature good ones.
Okay, got it.
So that's actually a really like low number. Like some women, one of my friends just did it and she got 22 the first time.
Whoa, crazy.
So it just depends with all the hormones, like how many follicles build and then how many eggs are in each one. And it was crazy. Just
how long was the process?
The shots I was on for 11 days, but I had to like go completely sober, weed, CBD, everything free.
Even CBD?
Yeah, I couldn't have anything.
Why? What was the reasoning for that? Is there like, does it affect your hormones or something?
Yeah, because my like, they call it's an AMH level, your fertility levels. Mine were 0.28, and for my age, it should be 1.4 to 4.2.
Okay.
And it could be from excessive weed smoking over the last 8 years, or being on birth control, or a combination of both.
Okay, right.
But they were like, if you smoke every day, like you actually need to
like
stop right now because this could be affecting you.
Interesting. I just recently read an article that said that weed could potentially increase the sperm count in men. So that seems unfair to me.
See, that's opposite for us. That's bullshit.
I know. I'm like, what the fuck, right?
Yeah.
Like, I smoke weed every day. Why aren't I just getting more eggs, right? Like all over the place.
Exactly. But yeah, so I'm going to do it again.
Yeah.
But
and is that kind of like part of the reason why you did it, you think? So you don't have to like feel like you're reliant on like finding a relationship?
Yeah, and I don't even know, honestly, if I do want kids. Like, I'm very happy living my life for me and traveling the world right now.
Right, so for you, it's just like you have it if you need it, but you're not even necessarily sure.
Exactly. Like, Janet and I are going to Australia and New Zealand in 2 weeks. And it's like things that you can't do once you have kids. So I'm just like really enjoying living my best life right now.
Definitely.
And now that stress is in the freezer and I don't have to think about it. I'll do it again just because I want to have more options and it was easy and it's a nice little cleanse for my body.
Right. And it's a good way to get rid of anxiety and not do it too young if you're not ready for it just because you feel like you're not going to be able to another time.
Exactly.
Right.
So I'm chilling.
Yeah. And then you don't have to like bother people about driving down to Marina Del Rey to come see you or anything like that.
I know.
What are the guys like in Marina Del Rey? Have you met anybody nice who lives on your side of town?
There's a house of douchebags in Venice who lives
perfect. You're going to marry him, right? There's a lot of houses of douchebags in Venice. I grew up in Venice and I saw it just get more and more populated with douchebags. It's pretty crazy.
So that was kind of like the group I started with. And then I realized all of my single girlfriends all live on the west side. All my friends in relationships live in like West Hollywood or Hollywood.
Perfect then. So
you're
good.
It works out perfectly. And I have like one of my really good like stoner guy BFFs. Him and his wife live in Venice just a few minutes from me. So like
wonderful.
We'll hang out all the time and it's just good, chill people.
It's nice, right? You know, I grew up on the West Side. I'm very much a West Side girl.
Yeah.
Like, I just moved to the East Side, and it feels like a new town for me.
Yeah,
I'm like, where am I? Like, I don't know how to get around. Like,
I know.
What are your favorite Venice bars to frequent?
I'm always at the Whaler.
Oh yeah, the Whaler's
Yeah,
great. I love the townhouse.
They do karaoke night. They do open mic night.
What's your karaoke song?
I Love Rock and Roll.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
but
a classic.
Britney Spears version.
Oh,
like from
naturally.
Crossroads, of course.
Of course. I mean, I just assumed that. I'm glad you clarified for our viewers.
Yes.
We're big Britney fans here.
But if they don't have it, obviously I go with the OG. But yeah, the fish and chips there is so good. Like every time my mom's in town, she's like, we're going to the Whaler.
Calamari is really good too. Yeah.
So I go there for the food and fun. Brennan's, the turtle racing place. I love that bar. They have really good Moscow mules.
And they have turtle races, which is crazy. Have you seen those before? It's crazy.
We filmed there
so
actually
cute.
a few seasons ago.
Yeah. Okay.
And now I live right there.
Wow, amazing. See, I am just entering the world of reality TV, and I swear to God, every single one of my girlfriends is like, Vanderpump. You have to watch Vanderpump. And I've seen, you know, a couple of episodes, but I gotta like binge it from season 1.
Yeah, we never really filmed at many bars or anything on the West Side now that I think about it. Like the Lincoln, Roosterfish.
Oh yeah, rest in peace,
yeah.
Roosterfish.
No, it's back open.
It's back open?
Yes.
Oh my God, that's like the best news I've ever gotten in my life.
Literally.
In the same spot? Oh my God.
On Abbot Kinney?
Yeah, on Abbot Kinney. So I grew up essentially, if you take Abbot Kinney to the beach, that's like where I grew up. And Roosterfish is the only gay bar in all of West LA. Yeah. It's like, and when it closed down, I was so sad.
Yeah, I don't know what it was like before, but now it's very like kind of like Delilah vibes. It's just like, it's like very loungy. Like
it was very divey before. Maybe they've upgraded a little.
It's really pretty. Like the decor and stuff. Like they have like really fancy craft cocktails.
I love that.
Yeah, but it's one of my favorite places to go.
Wow, amazing. What's your cocktail order?
If I'm being basic, Tito's and soda with a lemon.
That's a classic.
I've really gotten into rosé a lot more recently.
Oh,
like that's
Were you
like
not
a
into it
summer
before?
thing.
Yeah,
I try
summer.
to cut out wine just because of the sugar, and I used to get hungover a lot.
It does give you. It's my favorite thing when it gives me such a hangover.
Yeah, but still, that now that I'm gonna go through the whole freezing eggs process again, wine is better for me than liquor. So I've kind of switched more into that.
So you get to drink a little bit if you're okay. That's nice.
But
get something.
If there is a copper mug at a bar, a Moscow Mule with Tito's is my go-to.
Why does the copper mug? It makes it taste better, doesn't it? It just tastes better.
And candied ginger, that's the best.
Yeah. Oh, really good
like
point.
Dessert and a drink.
Oh my God, amazing. So, all right. So we set up a little segment that we're gonna do. This is a segment we do on a couple episodes. It's called Puff or Pass. So essentially, I'm gonna read off topics to you.
Okay.
If you like it and you're down and you're like, yes, that's my thing, you say puff. If you're not down, you're like pass.
Okay.
Get it? Okay.
Got it.
Cool. So let's start. West Hollywood.
Puff.
Yeah, Puff. It's a good place, right? I love West Hollywood.
Yeah, I mean,
it's the best.
So many amazing restaurants there. All my friends live there, so yeah.
Exactly. So Puff. Perfect. Katy Perry's blackface shoes. Have you seen this?
No.
Oh my God. So she made these shoes, right? They're black shoes, and it just has blackface on it, essentially. It just has like a very, very racist looking face on it. And
I'm going to pass?
Yeah, that's going to be a hard pass, right?
Yeah, hard pass.
Yeah, Google it later. It is,
Have you seen that?
One of my producers showed me today, and I was like, what the fuck is going on in the world? Like, right? Very strange. So yeah, pass on that one.
Yeah.
Astrology.
Puff.
You're big on astrology.
I like always like reading my horoscope, and I had this one chick on my podcast who does numerology, astrology, and all of that, and it's just like it's so fascinating to me.
Oh my God! See,
I know nothing about it, but I love having people tell me.
I'm the same way. I'm a Gemini, and I feel like oftentimes I'll say Gemini, and people will be like, "Get away from me!" Like, no, but I think it's so like I don't know about astrology, but I think it's so interesting. I'm like,
I know nothing, but I like reading my horoscope, and then when people like can literally evaluate me and like are right.
Yeah.
It's
incredible, right? Yeah. It's trippy. What is your sign?
I'm a Taurus.
So got it.
Bullheaded.
Nice. I wish I knew about astrology so I could like say something insightful about your sign, but maybe next time.
Stubborn is like one of the main like
for
Taurus
Gemini
things.
It's two-faced, I think, which I don't think I am, but maybe I'm just not introspective enough. I don't know. All right, this one I think I know the answer to. Taco Bell.
Oh, Puff.
Yeah, yes. Puff. What's your order at Taco Bell?
I love double deckers. I love the Crunchwrap. Supreme.
That's a classic.
Chalupas, Mexican pizzas, and I always have to get chips and cheese.
Oh yeah, that's of course. Yeah. That's like you always have to get that. That's the best. Yeah, they have the fries and cheese now, which are so good. The nacho fries
and the chicken roll tacos, aka taquitos.
Yum. We are not sponsored by Taco Bell. I just love Taco Bell. All right. Real Housewives.
Depends what city, but I'm gonna puff.
You're gonna puff. Generally speaking, what's your favorite?
Beverly Hills because
naturally,
Lisa,
of course.
and I know most of them, and then Jersey because I know a lot of them as well.
Yeah, good choices, both solid choices. Microblading.
Oh, absolutely. Puff.
Do you have microblading?
Yeah, I just got my scalp microbladed because
Really?
I'm very insecure about my hairline.
I have a huge forehead, and I have always thought about getting I have big eyebrows with a little empty patch that I always want to get microbladed, and my forehead is I mean, I have bangs so you can't really see, but it's gigantic.
Yeah,
would you recommend it?
It bothers me here.
Yeah,
the hairline, I don't think it really stuck. I don't notice a difference. I'm a little annoyed.
I mean, it looks like a natural hairline.
But
I'm not sure what's the microblading.
Yeah, so, I don't know. Can you tell? I can't tell at all.
Okay, so
but
maybe
my
not the
eyebrows,
scalp line.
Absolutely amazing.
You recommend for the eyebrows? Okay, I think I'm gonna have to do it.
I think the hairline's still a new thing, so they're figuring out the best way for it to heal. Because I think I washed my hair too soon and it came off.
Oh no! I want to know what Rihanna did. Rihanna went from having a big ass forehead to having a really nice forehead.
I have no
idea what happened.
A thing called a forehead reduction because someone asked me if I got that, and I'm like, no, mine's just called Facetune.
Yeah. I'd be like, does that exist? Because I'll take it.
Yeah.
Please give it to me.
I don't know.
All right, this next one, I can't imagine anyone passing on this, but orgasms.
Okay, here's the thing. I can count how many I've had in my life.
On how many?
One hand.
On one hand?
Yes.
I'm sorry, why?
Yeah, because it's literally, so you're going to have to watch this now that we're talking about this.
I'm shocked.
A few episodes ago, I was in an acting class and I had to give a fake orgasm.
Okay.
And it was like, I did a really good job.
Because you had done it before?
Because I've done it so many times. I asked my doctor, I was like, is there something wrong with me?
Wow.
And she said some women just don't. And I'm at the age now where I think I'm entering my sexual prime.
Okay.
And it's happened in the past year, but I can
but
count
only a
on one
handful
hand.
of times.
Yeah.
Wow. And so the first time you ever had, was it not to be too private, was it alone? Was it with a partner?
No, I've actually never masturbated either. And people are fascinated by that. Like this one over here. She doesn't
I'm
get
fascinated by that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, I would just rather have a body.
Wow. I mean, same, but it's sometimes there isn't one available, right?
Then I'm just I'm good.
You're just I'm going to go to bed, whatever.
Smoke some weed, pass out.
I'm shocked.
Watch The Bachelor.
Oh my God. Wow. So you don't, a vibrator, nothing?
I have 3. I've just never opened them.
Wow.
People keep giving them to me and I'm they're just piling up.
That is incredible. I'm so curious and I have so many questions. That's oh my goodness. So is it a relief now that you're oh, that's what it's like?
Yeah, but now it's it was this specific person who I'm not sleeping with anymore. So now I'm when's the next one gonna come? Literally.
Well, soon, hopefully. I'll put that energy out there for you. Another orgasm for you. I'm praying for you.
Waiting for it. It's a challenge.
All right, I think we have one more puffer pass. Social media. Pass. Interesting. But you're on social media, right?
Here's the thing. I'll puff because I make money on social media.
Okay, fair.
So,
right.
But I will pass on the majority of comments that are so negative. Just trolls sitting behind their computers. I'm literally a stranger. You see 3 edited scenes of my life in a week.
Right. They don't know who you are.
So it's I hate the negativity of social media. I think it's great if you use the platform in the right way and, for positive.
Yeah.
But
and it's good
that's
intense.
A puff and then pass.
Right. Puff because I got to make a living, but pass because it's a really hard way to make a living.
Yeah, literally when I moved to Vegas, I was dealing with my breakup, starting a new job, lived in a new city for the first time in my entire life. I've only lived in LA.
Right.
And I just decided I was deleting social media while I lived there. And so for 5 months, I deleted Instagram and Twitter from my phone.
Wow.
I kept Snapchat because no one can respond to me on that unless you're my friend.
Yeah.
And I would send my snaps to my sister. If I had a random thought, I would text it to her and she would tweet it for me. So I was still active and nobody knew. And then I started talking about it on my podcast and I was acting as if I had already gotten it back, but the whole time I still didn't have it.
Wow.
So it was a really nice.
It was nice. You liked it. You didn't feel disconnected or anything. You were hell yeah.
Yeah, but then when I got back on it, they're some the Magic Mike guys who I started following when I lived in Vegas. I was sis, okay, you need you to follow this guy, follow this guy. So then it was actually seeing stories of people who I had been hanging out with and met. But then I'm watching these stories.
You hadn't even looked at them. You hadn't even looked at them.
Seen anything.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing. Well, thank you very much for coming onto the
Thank
show.
you.
You were
This
a
was
lovely
fun.
guest. We had so much fun.
Yes.
Is there anything coming up that you want to mention?
New episodes every Monday night on Bravo.
Every Monday on Bravo.
My podcast, Scheananigans, comes out every Tuesday.
We will put a link in the description.
And my new single, Better Without You, is now available.
Better Without You is now available. They can buy it on iTunes.
Yeah,
and,
iTunes, Apple
Spotify.
Music, Spotify, Amazon.
Great.
All of it.
Go buy her music. She's a lovely lady. The song is super
Thanks.
catchy. I heard it just before this episode.
Yes.
And thank you again to the Green Angels for their lovely weed. Remember to subscribe and to like us on Apple Podcasts. It helps a lot. We appreciate all of your comments on YouTube as well. So keep on doing that. And bye.
Bye.
I'm chilling with the queens of the Stone Age.